Sicilian defense, Taimanov, Bastrikov variation, 6.b3 a6. Giveaway. One player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players. Both players had incredible precision in the end game. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. The c-pawn in the Sicilian defense controls the d4 square. Nf3 moves the knight toward the center in anticipation of a pawn push on d4, where it will be ready to retake the piece if black captures on d4. The dark squared bishop has a fresh opening created by e6, and the queen has a new diagonal created by e6. d4 offers to trade the more important central d4 pawn for the c5 pawn in exchange for more control of the center and quick development. Cx d4 provides black 2 key pawns while giving white only one. Nx d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having one central pawn versus black's 2 central pawns. Nc6 challenges the knight on d4 and controls the e5 square. Nc3 defends the e4 pawn and puts more pressure on the d5 square. Qc7 defends the knight on c6 and controls the important d6 and e5 squares. b3 develops the bishop and defends the knight on d4. a6 sets up the pawn drive at b5 and prevents the white pieces from approaching b5. By doing this, a queen moves off of its beginning square and into the action. This develops a knight from its starting square, activating it. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling queenside tends to be more active because the rook is closer to the center. This wins time by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This threatens to kick a knight. The bishop will be better off as a result of this. This poses a threat to strike a knight. This strikes a rival knight. The knight is thus brought to safety. It is the final book action. This poses a knight-winning threat. That's good. A pawn kicks the opposing knight, forcing it to move or risk being captured. It is ideal. This move puts the knight on a safer square. This is the only move that works. This threatens to win a knight. It is a great move. This makes it impossible for the adversary to capture a knight. It is ideal. This defends the attacked pawn. This is the only good move. This threatens to kick a knight. It is a great move. This strikes at the center with a pawn, fighting for space. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This is how you take the pawn. It is ideal. The knight is now located at an outpost, a safe area inside the enemy's territory. It is ideal. This wins a pawn. This is the only good move. It is a great move. Backs off. It is ideal. This is how you take the pawn. It is ideal. This leads to losing a pawn. This threatens to attack a trapped knight. It is an inaccuracy. This misses a great but hard to find move. There was only one good move in that position. This misses an opportunity to win a pawn. It is a miss. This develops a bishop off its starting square, getting it into the action. This is the only good move. This prevents the opponent from being able to win a pawn. It is a great move. Very precise. It is best. By attacking the enemy knight, this activates a piece while also buying time. That's good. This shields the knight who was attacked. It is quite good. A pawn that was being attacked and had no defenses is now protected by this. It is ideal. This misses a chance to center a knight so that it can dominate more squares. It is incorrect. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. There was only one move that was effective, and this wasn't it? This misses a chance to concentrate a knight so that it can dominate more squares. It is incorrect. This permits the opponent to reveal an attack on a bishop. It is a miss. This reveals an assault that poses a threat to a bishop. It is ideal. Recaptures. It is ideal. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This misses a chance to make a bishop winning threat. It is incorrect. Backs off. It is ideal. This blows the chance to make a bishop threat. It is incorrect. This blocks the attack on a pawn that could have been captured. This is the only good move. This threatens to kick a bishop. It is a great move. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. Recaptures. It is ideal. Backs off. It is ideal. This suggests exchanging items of equivalent value. It is quite good. This misses a chance to imply that you might win a queen. It is incorrect. That was a great move and very hard to find. This is the only move that works. It is brilliant. Recaptures. It is ideal. This wins material. This is the only good move. It is a great move. This removes the attacking knight. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This ignores a more effective technique to reclaim a piece. It is incorrect. This moves the queen to safety. This is the only good move. It is a great move. Very precise. It is best. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. This raises the possibility of an eventual checkmate. It is ideal. It's alright. That's good. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. This prevents a queen on the other side from checking. It is ideal. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. It is ideal. This is an equal trade. This is the start of the endgame and black is equal. It is forced. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. The checking bishop is moved away in this move. It is ideal. This poses a risk of winning a pawn. That's good. This poses the risk of producing a passed pawn. It is quite good. Very precise. It is best. This evades the check from the rook. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. The pawn is now in a safe position. It is ideal. The moved pawn advances toward its objective. This raises the possibility of an eventual checkmate. It is ideal. That pawn was available for free. It is ideal. As a result, the bishop may now control more squares because it is in a better position. It is ideal. This evades the check from the bishop. This is the only good move. It is a great move. The rook is now in a safe position. It is ideal. This steps away from the checking rook. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. A passed pawn is pushed by this. That's good. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. A powerful play. It is quite good. That's a decent move. That's good. The bishop is now on a square that is more secure. It is quite good. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. This threatens to promote a pawn to a rook. It is good. An opponent's passed pawn can't advance if a rook is positioned behind it. It is ideal. This defends the attacked pawn. This is the only good move. It is a great move. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. This threatens to promote a pawn to a rook. It is excellent. This puts the rook behind an opposing passed pawn, which helps counter the pawn's push to promotion. It is best. Giveaway one player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players. Both players had incredible precision in the endgame. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. Giveaway one player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players. Both players had incredible precision in the end game.